Doesn't.
We have
I can't
Jenn
remember what
live
I
with
said.
us.
Did we say we were doing a giveaway? I can't remember. Oh,
well,
we're
we're
live.
on live
Hello.
now, so
Well, we're
I
on
guess you
live
just
right
said
now.
you are doing a
Figure it
giveaway. Didn't realize that button was being pushed already, huh? Okay, we are on with Jenn, and she is the founder of the company called True Love. And you're like going, what the heck is True Love? Well, the funny thing is, it all started because your husband had plantar warts. I remember the story. So kind of tell us a little bit about your company.
Yeah. So my husband had 27 plantar warts on the bottom of his feet, and they were like really big. So of course, as a good wife, you think I better take my husband to the doctor, right? Like that's what we've all used to think. It was like the first place we got to go is the doctor. Well, the only options they have is what I called it was straight out of the Stone Age, right? They're like, oh, let's freeze it, and that'll be great, right? And so
Let's
they
burn it
froze
off.
it like 5 times. And every time they would be like, well, yeah, this isn't working, but you have to do it a couple of times. And I've since found out that even Harvard came out with a study, and you have about a 40% chance that after freezing your warts 5 times that they will go away.
Oh, geez.
5 times.
So
5
that's not
times.
yeah. So
I
that's
really
about
like those
10% if you
odds.
do it one time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, there's got to be something else that we can do. Right. And I honestly, I just prayed and I kept praying. And then they kept sending us to more and more specialists, and they kept doing more and more barbaric things like chemo poison and injections of candida.
Wait. Chemo? They
Chemo
put
poison.
chemo?
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard of that.
And
one.
then
Cool.
my favorite was the injections of candida, because we all know candida is just like,
Maybe
the bane
it
of our
wasn't
existence.
Botox?
So obviously they were kind of thinking outside of the box too, but in a different way.
Yeah. And there was about 4 or 5 other things that I thought were just ridiculous. And one day the doctor was like, good luck and have a nice life. Like he literally was so nice, but he's like, I've tried everything. Like, okay, and at this point, he was, at his worst, and more were coming all the time. And he just couldn't walk. In fact, we always tell the story that he would go to work an hour early so that he could crawl up the stairs, and so no one would see him.
Wow.
And it was just a really painful experience. And, I just wasn't okay with that, my life being over because of warts. Like it just seems so weird, right? Like that can't be it. So I prayed for 2 years, and I tried about 36 different home remedies. Like,
you're like, we got a new one today, hun.
My poor husband, he just was like, please stop.
Right? You had nothing to lose because you'd already gone the medical route, and they
right at this point I was like, okay, let's go, and it was like dandelion milk, and which of course herbs and Mother Nature are amazing, but I hadn't found the route combination, and so I just kept praying and praying and praying, and I just remember at like 2 a.m. I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. And we put on this concoction that I created. And within 4 days, the pain was completely gone. And within 2 weeks, they turned black and fell out like scabs. And they were just gone.
They literally just fell out.
Just fell out. Like they were gone. And the crazy thing is we've sold over 10,000 jars to this day. And we have a less than 1% return rate. So I can't say we have a good success rate because that's illegal, right? But I can say I have a less than 1% return rate. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down?
Yeah,
yes, I think that's awesome.
Because it's not FDA approved, and FDA, they're not bought and paid for by any means.
Well, I have to say that when I first started my company 8 years ago, that was one of the first questions I get from everyone. Is this FDA approved? Is this FDA approved? And I cannot remember the last time that I got that question, because people are starting to wake up to the fact that the FDA is not their friend. It's not really the thing that is out there to protect them like we used to think. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about the Be Healthy conference.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the benefits of COVID is people now don't necessarily 100% just trust those organizations just because they're the organization, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And so I just really love the Be Healthy conference for that reason. And what a great time for you guys to come into fruition and to really grow and expand, because so many people need to hear that there's other options out there for them than, the dark ages where we freeze and chemo burn everything, and so the crazy thing was my daughter started getting cold sores very recently after the wart paste started to work for my husband. And I was like, well, virus, maybe we can figure something out. And so the wart paste doesn't taste very good. I'm like, it's edible, but doesn't taste good at all. And so I thought, well, if it's going to be a lip balm, it better taste good, right? So we switched it up a lot and made this beautiful lip balm, and her cold sores went away in 3 days.
Well, I will tell you that Shane uses that all the time.
Oh, yay!
Cold sore.
Well, one time I started getting really bad, and I searched the whole dang house. I couldn't find it. I'm like, I know I put it right here. Where is it at? I couldn't find it because we also have that one thing you put on your. It's like electric. It's like a laser or something. We tried that, and that kind of works. I don't know. I would also ice it. I'd put ice on it, and a lot of times that would help calm it down. And then I talked to you at the show. I don't know if it was last year's show. Or
the gluten-free expo.
Was it there? And I think I had one at the time. You're like, oh, you need to use this. And you just gave it to me. And so I put it, I thought I knew where I put it, and I couldn't find it. And I don't even know how we found it. And also we found it, and boom. Yeah, it works great.
So now we have it in our bathroom in a place where we know where it's at.
So just for the fun, if you know that you're in a stressful situation, like starting a conference here in a few days, you can use it as your lip balm, and it will help to prevent the cold sore.
So
because the reason why my products work, which is really, really cool, is that it's not about like a lotion or a potion or anything like that. It's about minerals and vitamins, and your skin is the largest organ in your body. And the cool thing about that is that it means that it will accept nutrition through your skin. The bad news is it means it will accept toxins through your skin too. And so a lot of people, I really believe that the amount of toxins that we put on our body in a day, the average woman puts on anywhere between 500 to 2,000 toxins on her skin in a day between makeup and shampoo and hair products and, all of these things. And if your liver and your kidneys have to detox that, this is where we're getting more and more and more autoimmune diseases, and people are not figuring out why they're so depleted. And it's because your body cannot dispose of that much waste. But the good news is that if you can put the good stuff on, so one of my favorite ingredients in True Love, and I put it in almost everything, is something called MSM, and it's a sulfur compound. And what sulfur does is it helps your body accept nutrition into every cell of your body. Right. And it also reduces inflammation. That's why when you go to the hot springs and you come out, you're like, oh, I feel amazing. It's because all of that nutrition that was already in your body is now accepted. All of that inflammation is gone, and bam, so what could you do with that every day? If you're putting that on your body every day and you're reducing inflammation from the outside in, it doesn't just help your skin, it helps the inside of your entire body. In fact, we have a facial that I'm obsessed with because I used to have rosacea. I used to have hormonal acne. The dark circle, I called it raccoon eyes. It was like a hereditary thing, I thought. And I was able to get rid of all those things. But after about 3 months of using what we call the Sun Kiss pack, I started to have less and less anxiety and depression. And I was like, and I hadn't changed anything but created this facial. And I thought, how is this working? What's going on? And then you just want to study and you want to find out if more and more people are having the same experiences. And the answer is yes. When you put on amazing things on your skin, it absorbs into your bloodstream. And that is where you need those minerals, those vitamins, that anti-inflammatory properties. And so it just gets more and more and more exciting. And that's why I can't stop. I've got 50 products, from hemorrhoids to wrinkles, to, my son's eczema, to psoriasis, and just even beauty products. When you put on nutrition, your skin is so responsive. You're going to get that glow. You're going to get tightening of the skin. You're going to get less wrinkles. You're going to get less dark circles under your eyes. I mean, it's just kind of, crazy what can happen when you really give your skin the nourishment. And the thing about this that is so fascinating to me is that your skin is the first place that the inside of your body will rob nutrition from. So that's why when you get stressed, you get that cold sore, is because your body goes, oh, he's stressed. I'm going to take all that nutrients from the skin, because technically we don't need our skin. I mean, I know that sounds really gross, but you know, we need our heart. We can't live without our heart, you know? And so once you can actually realize that your skin is depleted anyways, and then you give it all the nutrition, then when your body steals some of that nutrition, it's no big deal.
Well, it's crazy. This year, I had to actually start turning away skincare companies because we had so many people apply. Because, I mean, 10 years ago, there was hardly anything in the skincare industry that was natural.
Yeah.
That was all natural, you know. And so the nice thing about this whole movement that is happening is that now there's people that are, there's a lot of options out there that are actually natural. I know you've been around for a good amount of time and you got great products, but it's nice that whole industry is kind of going, oh, wait a second, you know, maybe we don't want to put all these toxins on people. Yeah. And so people have kind of, you know, they probably had similar health journeys like yourself, had to just figure it out. And now there's more options.
And one thing that I love that you talked about, Jen, it was you added that you were doing just your face. What was it, like a face mask, right? And all of a sudden it helped you in so many other ways. And that's what I love about with natural products, is that it doesn't just help with what it claims it does. It helps with so many other things too, that are that you might be suffering with, that you don't even realize that it could be just your face mask that you're using that's going to help you with your anxiety and depression later on.
Shocking. Yeah, I will just want to caution people, because I think that word natural has gotten bastardized. It is actually completely unregulated. And so if you're going to try any skincare, especially since we know that what you put on your skin absorbs into your bloodstream, just be really cautious. You know, if you don't know what the ingredient is on the back of the label, like Google it, right? Is this toxic? Is this healthy? Like what can I do? And I just would really recommend that the missing component in almost all skincare is nutrition. Like they just don't realize how important it is that your skin can absorb nutrition. So yeah, it's really exciting that what is coming down the rabbit hole and how the world is changing. And that's why, like I said, I'm so excited for this conference, because there's so many people there that are just dedicated to really creating healthy, happy lives.
No, that is true. Well, and it gives people an opportunity to go, and they're without any, like if you pay $150 to go meet with a doctor, right, for a consultation, you're kind of committed a little bit, right? Here you pay $30 or so, and you have all these doctors, all these vendors, all these things, and you can go up and talk to them or not talk to them. You can learn or not learn. You can pick and choose what you want to do. But the nice thing is you have the options that are out there, so that you can now look at this and all the different things, and then take it home and say, okay, what do I need to do to take care of myself? Because that's really what this is about. This is about not us helping you. It's about us helping you learn how to help you for yourself.
Well, I think you have to be your own advocate. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to go to the doctor and they're going to care about me. And you're one of 100 people they saw that day. You know, are they actually going to remember you and really try to solve your problems? And so
especially when they're guided by the pharmaceutical cartel.
Right. And they're paid off. Right. So if you can go and find out what alternatives are out there, you're going to save yourself the 2 years that I spent researching alone. You know what I mean? If you can go to one room and they all have all this information, you know, I might have saved myself years of pain and anguish. You know, there might have just already been wort paste just sitting there at the conference, and I wouldn't have even had a clue about it. You know what I mean? Right. And so I think that whatever problem you're having, there is a solution for it. And that's the one thing that I really want to kind of reiterate and really emphasize, is that there's a solution to your problem, you know, and even if it doesn't, you know, cure it, you know, you're going to find relief. You're going to find solutions to help with the side effects. You're going to find relief. And these are the people who are the groundbreaking people at this conference that are doing that, you know? And so that's what's so freaking excited about the movement that you guys have created, is just there is hope for whatever ails you. And and that hope, you got to hold on to it, because sometimes it's a dark world out there, and and our food and our soil, it's not good. And so if we can really create new and exciting ways to really just help people, I mean, that's what you guys are doing. And so it's so exciting.
Yeah, well, thank you so much.
And you have a code. Do you want to share your code with the audience?
Yes, Love 40. If you go to our website, trueloveskincare.com, or come to our booth.
That's right.
Yeah. We got a booth.
Yeah.
Love 40, then we have an amazing deal for you. So check it out.
Thank you very much. And then to get those tickets, you go to BeHealthyUtah.com. You on the 2-day live event, you put in Love 40, and that will give you a discount of almost 50%.
Love 40 for the tickets. I know, right? This is exciting.
Yeah. So thank you so much, and we will see you in just a couple of days.
All right.
All right.
See you later, Jen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.